Okay, so
clutch down.
Yep, that's good.
And then first gear.
That's it.
And now I want to do, now I check. Oh.
What did you do before? That's it. Something to do with your feet. What do you need to do?
Now do I do the biting point and the
just before
gas?
that? Yeah,
Gas
so the
first.
other way around, so gas first, then the clutch. Because if you do the clutch then the gas, you might stall before you've even got a chance to do the gas.
Okay.
So it's not always, but 99% of the time, nearly always gas then clutch up.
Okay.
So you kind of set the power and then connect the power. You don't want to connect the power and then set it because you haven't. It's kind of backwards. Okay, so it's either way you unlock a door and then walk through it. You wouldn't try and walk through it then unlock it because you won't get through it. When you say a little bit of gas,
Okay.
and then now you've done that, now the clutch can come up a little bit. So you try and find the point where it pulls but it doesn't actually move.
Ooh,
That's good, that's it there. Now I think it's try and keep your left foot dead still, which is easier said than done.
Okay.
Okay, so the pedals are done. What's the next thing to do?
Now I want to check the mirrors.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. And the
That's good.
blind spot.
So would anyone see a signal or is there any point in doing that?
There was no one behind us.
So if you don't want it, no point doing that.
Okay.
So
now handbrake.
yeah, that's good.
And
Zip and clutch really, really slowly up. The slower the better. Because you'll feel the power coming through. It will feel different to before, a different engine, whatever.
This is
that's good.
This is much nicer than I've ever.
That's good. That's really sweet. That's as good as you can do it. I know it's slower, but then it would be eventually, but that's good. So I'll pull it up. You can pull us up because you can do the braking.
Okay.
As long as you're not opposite the bus stop, as long as you're well before. So what's the first pedal you do? That's good.
Clutch and then brake.
That's it. And then before you lift your feet, what do you need to do? Lift that. And what else?
First
Before that.
neutral. Handbrake, then
good.
neutral.
That's it. That's good. Just make sure the handbrake's right up as well, because it's not quite up. That's it.
And
that's good.
neutral.
That's it. Why do you think it's good to do handbrake and neutral rather than neutral handbrake? Again, you don't have to. You can do that, but why is it better to do the handbrake first?
So you sort of like secured your car, so it's not going to roll anywhere.
That's it. If I just show you one example on this one, imagine if you pull over. Just got to check the ones around. So imagine you pull over and you're going by neutral, you're rolling back and back and back, and handbrake, you've already moved. So I know it's not far, but that could be enough to hit someone. Especially when you've got this playground on the left, if you've got a kid comes running out, that's all you need to run them over. But the problem with kids is you can't see them because they're so small, you can't see them out their back. Right, so anything you want to go over? I know we've covered a lot there in one go, but is there anything in particular you want to go over on that? Because we're going to try that again and again.
No, that was much nicer than I've normally I kind of. Well, whenever I've pulled off before, I've gone kind of hopped and.
It might be if you don't know that the picture of the plates helps a lot because you can picture in your mind the plates kind of coming together and locking and gripping. If you get it wrong, is when the plates kind of come together, bounce off and stall. Or if you ever had like a kangaroo jump, when the car kind of jumps down the road.
Oh yeah.
It's when the plates all go like that and they're kind of grabbing but they can't fully grip. That's when you get the kangaroo. Running. So we're going to carry on down up this road, not down the road, going uphill.
Okay.
So if you want to move off, I won't say much now, I'll leave it up to you. I'll only help if I think you need any help, but otherwise it's up to you.
Okay. So clutch in. First gear.
Yeah. It's good you're talking through as well, because that makes it easier for me to hear what you're doing.
Check my mirrors and.
What comes before that though?
I do gas and then biting point.
That's important because if you look around now, by the time you've done the pedals, it could have changed, and then you have to look around again.
Okay, so a bit too much.
That's it.
And then biting point.
Now this hill's that's good. Not quite steep as the other one, so that's good.
Okay.
It's virtually flat almost.
I want to keep my feet still and check the mirrors and the blind spot. And now I want to signal and then handbrake, and then very slowly pull my foot off the clutch.
That's great.
Too fast.
That's good. That's fine. So we'll go to the other side of the bus and we'll pull up just before that yellow grip bin.
Okay.
So the signal there is good because you don't have to, but that bus could have moved. I think the driver's in the cab. So yeah, let's go around. I won't say much about this because we're not looking at this just for now. Let's try that little bit of gas. Just get like a feel for the speed. But if you're aiming for that yellow bin without hitting it, steering I won't say much about either because it's something you've probably looked at before, so I won't say much. So clutch down and then soft braking. That's good. And then what then?
Handbrake,
that's
then neutral.
That's it.
And
That's
then
good.
everything?
That's it. That's good. We're not signaling, we didn't have to, but if you were signaling, you'd know to turn it off. Because you noticed before when you pulled over, I'll show you now that the bus is gone, you went from left, you kind of knocked it up and you flashed it like 3 times. That's what I mentioned earlier on, if you knock it like that, it says right, but it goes off after 3.
Okay.
So if ever you take it off a little bit harder, you might knock up like that, and it'll say you're going right, but if you leave that alone, that will come off. That's fine. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So why would you normally not park here? We're not really looking at this today too much, but normally this will be a pretty disastrous place to park. What's in front of you? Or on the side, I should say.
So there's a road that's going to come out.
So normally this would be a rubbish place to park, but this road's really quiet. Probably nothing will come out, for hours because it's so quiet around here. Something might come out now, but it's very, very rare anyone comes out there. Okay, so let's move off again. I went so much again. One thing I'll go over quickly because this can help is something called POSH, which you may have heard of before, but it's an acronym POSH. There's lots of acronyms used when you learn. So POSH stands for prepare, which is your feet. So you can call it pedals, but I think prepare is better because it's not just the pedals, it's the gear as well. Prepare, what do you think the O stands for?
And this is what we do when we move off.
Yep.
Prepare.
You could start with an L, but do as an O.
We need to look.
Yep, so observations, that's it. Otherwise it'll be push. It's sort of POSH is easy to remember. So prepare, observe. The S, that's something you may have to do, but you may not. Yep, so signal if needed. And then the H, what do you think that is?
Then we can go.
Yep, so how do you go and what do you have to take off?
You pull your foot off the clutch a bit more.
Before that, because otherwise you'll still...
you've put your foot, you put some gas.
Yep, what else have I... One needs to come off, start with an H. Otherwise you'd still... Like on that one we did before.
Handbrake.
That's it, handbrake. That's it. So I'll put a hand B, so I don't know what I'm holding. It's hard to roll this pen because it's thick. So yeah, so if you remember that POSH, it helps to remember the moving off. So it's prepare, observe, signal if needed, and then handbrake, and off you go.
Okay.
If you follow that, it pretty much always works. There are times you don't have to always do this because when you get more used to it, you find you do all the one bit move like that. You kind of become natural. But POSH is a good way to remember. Lots of people fail tests on this because it's one of the first things you learn. So I like to go over this in detail. A lot of people, for example, I can't show now because our car's behind. When this car's gone, I'll show you what a lot of people get wrong. You're not doing this wrong, this is good, but a lot of people do this. They signal like that, and now they're doing the pedals, and you're telling everyone you're going to go and you're not going. So it's very important you get the order correct, otherwise you can mislead other people and it can be confusing for them. So if you think about POSH, I won't talk through now, but if you want to do that on your own, but think about the POSH and apply that as you're moving off. Let's see how good that goes.
Okay. So I want to prepare for clutch.
That's it.
And yeah, now I observe. No, now I do the gas and then.
That's it.
That's it.
Your first few lessons is more to remember than the end, by the way. The first lessons are actually harder than the later ones because it's ever such a lot to take in.
So biting point about there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
So that's P done.
And now we're observing.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And the blind spot.
Yeah.
And now we signal.
Do you need to or not?
I don't need to.
So you don't have to, it's fine, but no problem with that.
Okay, and then I take the handbrake off.
That's good. Can you go there or not? That's that signal comes
that's
off
a car.
now. So that signal comes off. That's good. To begin with, it's okay if you're a bit slow doing things because you've got to be, but normally you see that car got signal off straight away. So the signal comes off as soon as you comes up. If it's moving, why is that moving though? It's creeping a bit.
The car?
Yeah. So what do you need to do with the clutch?
So, it's
just down a little
too
bit.
much.
As it goes down, down more than that.
Sorry.
That's it. Like that.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, and then so now we're back to the P stage. You kind of go back to that prepare. So what comes next?
Observing again.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's okay.
Can we go or not?
So we'll wait for the.
Yeah, because you have fast that change. Just when you said it's okay, the bus come around the bend. That's how fast it can change. Now what's going on behind us?
Now there's another bus.
Yeah. So if you get the clutch fully down, this is important because if you have the clutch down for too long, it burns the clutch plates. So unfortunately, lots of traffic appeared there. That's what it's like in
And
Birmingham.
another bus, yeah. Okay.
That's it.